Welcome to Standard Voice News Channel. I am Samira Ibrahim. Here are your top stories for today. Bandits kidnap village head, 53 others in Zamfara State. Community in Kano with zero social amenities cries out. President Buhari's daughter, Zara, says her dad is not Nigeria's problem. On business, National Bureau of Statistics rates northern part of the country as the poorest region. And on the international scene, United States of America advocates dialogue between Nigerian youth and the federal government. Now the news in details. Bandits have kidnapped 53 people, including a village head in Lungado village of Moro local government area of Zamfara State. An eyewitness account, Abdullahi Muhammad, who narrowly escaped the kidnap, said that the village head Alhaji Alhatu Muhammad and 53 others were kidnapped by gunmen who came to the village around 8 o'clock in the morning on the fateful day. Over to Rahama Ibrahim for more details.
According to him, the bandits were on motorcycles and immediately they arrived in the village, they started to shoot sporadically and later went from house to house where they kidnapped the affected people. He maintained that they didn't kill anybody and didn't trust to animals or steal foodstuffs, but they have abducted all the important personalities in the village, including the village head and the chief imam. Malam Muhammad explained that he narrowly escaped the kidnap as, according to him, he jumped over a wall when the bandits were about to enter into his house and run into the bush. He added that the village was now deserted for fear of the return of the bandits. Confirming the incident, the spokesperson of the police command, SP Muhammad Shehu, confirmed the reports, but could not see the exact number of people kidnapped by bandits in that village. Meanwhile, the state government has directed the traditional rulers in the state to ask their subjects to embark on special prayers for divine intervention against banditry activities that have resurfaced despite the peace progress. Rahama Ibrahim Dosara reporting for Standard Voice Television.
The World Polio Day was celebrated on Saturday, 24th October 2020. The Zamfara State Office of UNICEF, like their counterparts the world over, celebrated the occasion with passionate appeal to the people to always cooperate with health personnel in the implementation of health programs. Similarly, many important personalities also commented on the progress made by Nigerians in achieving certification of polio-free. Among them is the former Deputy Governor of Zamfara State, Male Ibrahim Wakala Muhammad Liman.
Tabbas polio wata cuta ce mummuna wadda ta shigo mai kama yara masu tasowa ta shanye musu kafafu.
Poliomyelitis is a disease of the children which bring about their disabilities by inducing semi-paralysis to different parts of their bodies, thereby crippling them. We have been witnessing this disease right from our own childhood, and its effect can be seen everywhere in our society, in our schools, in our markets, in our mosques, without at first knowing why it occurred. Then Allah in His wisdom brought awareness about the disease to mankind, and what caused it was known, and how it attacked young children. That it had no remedy after it had struck, but before it strikes, it can be prevented. There was a lot of controversy about the polio immunization program, with some people having doubts about it. Then there are Islamic scholars who believe that there is the polio disease and there is its remedy. It was these scholars that gave our people the courage they needed. And thanks be to Allah, Nigeria has succeeded in eradicating the disease from this country. So we offer our thanks to Allah for His success and the doctors who worked tirelessly in ensuring that the disease was stopped. We also pray to Allah that this disease never resurfaces in this country.
Yau an waye gari an ce babu cutar polio kwata-kwata a cikin Najeriya.
The Zamfara State Chapter of African Action Congress, AAC, has been inaugurated in Gusau, the state capital. According to the State Secretary of the Congress, Malam Sufyan Abubakar, the ceremony took place at Dinawa Plaza in Gusau.
Our party, African Action Congress, have its own logo, Then our logo shows that two horse hands that are covering a sun, which means if that sons have come out, there is no arms that can cover it. So it's one proverb in Hausa that means idan rana ta fito tafin hannu baya iya kare ta. So I urge every youth of Zamfara State to let's come and join hands to see that we achieve in a democratic and constitutional way. We want to achieve a political seat in a democratic way and constitutional rights.
Malam Sufyanu thanked all those who attended the occasion. Following the flood which devastated Kebbi State, Governor Atiku Bagudu has continued his visit to farming communities to mobilize and encourage them for expanded food production for dry season cultivation. The governor, while on a visit to cassava farms in Mayama local government area of Kebbi State, commended youth in the state for diligently engaging in the current agricultural initiative to massively produce cassava in the state. The visit was part of the unrelenting effort of his administration to boost food security. Over to Beauty Abdul Malik for more details.
The farmland that stretches over 10,000 hectares is one of the myriad of farms where cassava was being produced under a robust partnership between Kebbi State government and the Central Bank of Nigeria. According to the governor, the happy development across the state is a good omen to the sustained strides of both the federal and Kebbi State government to bolster food production. This is more so as the state is among the states that was recently ravaged by a flood that devastated hundreds of thousands of farmlands, houses as well as other critical infrastructure, apart from unfortunate loss of lives and properties. The governor expressed delight that youth in Kebbi State have wholeheartedly and patriotically engaged in farming activities. This, the governor further noted that the move would contribute in making Nigeria self-sufficient in food production, improving their personal lives and boost the economy of the state. Governor Bagudu said the youth have restrained themselves from being lured and influenced into violent protests to cause mayhem and destruction. Rather, they are now disciplined youth who have chosen to make themselves useful to themselves and the state by massively embracing all the invaluable agricultural programs of both the federal and Kebbi state governments. This is a happy development, and it cannot come at a better time than now when we are strenuously making effort to uplift the living standard of the people of the state. Beauty Abdul Malik, reporting from Svtv.
Tofar Leda community in Warawa local government area of Kano State has suffered neglect by the state and local government and is lacking social amenities. Tofar Leda is one of the highest leather producing communities in Kano State, which has been a major business of the people for over 100 years. Some of the challenges of the community are bad roads, lack of health care facilities, potable water, and schools. For more details on the story, over to our correspondent, Shehu Magaji.
Residents of Tofar Leda and other pressure groups in the community, such as Northwest Youth Awareness Foundation, Tofar Leda Youth Development Council and others, have made effort to develop the community, but the results have been minimal. Over the years, the community has not had a patent medicine outlet or hospital, no modern roads, and is left with only a block of primary school building of 2 classrooms. Because of the lack of adequate education opportunities, the primary school leaving certificate is the highest academic qualification that the majority of the children in the community possess. Considering the lack of modern roads in Tofar Leda, the people buy sand during the rainy season to patch bad portion of the road to the community. In an interview, a resident of the community, Alhaji Shuaibu Tofar Leda, said their challenges are many. That has been the report. I am Shehu Magaji reporting for SBTV.
The Speaker, House of Representatives, Mr. Femi Bajabiamila, says Nigerians killed before, during and after the NSAS protests must get justice. The Speaker said the unity of the country remains non-negotiable. Speaking when he paid a visit to sympathize with the governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Sanwo-Olu, said the destruction caused by the protests was a very sad event that should not occur again in the history of Nigeria. Over to Hawa Muhammad for more details.
The Speaker and his delegation also visited the Oba of Lagos, Rilwan Akiolu, whose palace was destroyed during the wave of violence that engulfed the state. The delegation equally met with the national leader of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The reps members watched a documentary of the incident. The speaker said he did not wish the incident to take an ethnic dimension, having had a lot of conspiracy theories about it. He said the true situation of what happened in Lekki must be unraveled. Hawa Muhammad, reporting for SVTV News.
Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari says he now supports the call for investigation into the October 20th shooting at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos State. This is about the first time the president will personally make reference to the incident in any public statement. The president, in a tweet, says the judicial panel of inquiry set up by the Lagos State government has his full support as it commences sitting this week. Over to Sumayya Ibrahim for more details.
He expressed confidence that all the state panels would help ensure justice is done on behalf of the peaceful protesters and law enforcement agents who sadly lost their lives. About 48 hours ago, the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said they have expanded the terms of reference for the judicial panel of inquiry and restitution to include the incident at the Lekki toll gate.
I want beg now. I want beg una with the name of God. I want beg una with the name of God. The situation is already bad. Let us not make it get worse. That is why the government declared a curfew so that we stay at home. So that people, the bad people that are making it get worse, we know them.
In Lagos and every other places. The future is ours.
Yes.
The future is yours.
Yes.
But we cannot take the future by doing this. It's understood. You understand? Yes. If they slap your brother, you go vex. Let us try as much as possible. Be ourselves. So, gentlemen, let's calm down.
The NSAS protesters and Lagos State government have accused the army of deploying soldiers who attacked the peaceful protests on that fateful day with sporadic gunshots. The army and defense headquarters have, however, denied the allegation, claiming that persons who dressed in army uniforms and shot at the protesters were fake soldiers. Sumayya Dosa reporting for SVTV News.
The police command in Yobe on Sunday said that its personnel had killed 7 suspected Boko Haram terrorists who earlier attacked Babangida town in Tarmuwa local government area of the state. The spokesman of the command, ASP Dongos Abdul Karim, disclosed this in an interview with newsmen in Damaturu. ASP Abdul Karim said the 6 suspected terrorists were shot dead by mobile police personnel protecting the division. The mobile police personnel held their grounds and exchanged gunfire with the terrorists, killing 6 of them, while many others fled with gunshot wounds. The terrorists touched a vigilant group vehicle. They also destroyed part of the council secretariat, divisional police stations, and a military base before they were repelled. He, however, said a policeman was killed and another injured during the gun battle. In what it seems to be a reprisal attack following the killing of protesters at the Lekki toll gate by security operatives, armed thugs on Friday stormed the famous Kaputa village at Ikeja in order to loot properties in the vicinity. But their move was foiled by soldiers and police officers as shootouts erupted from both sides. Heavy gunshots could be heard as individuals scampered for safety. People were locked in their houses as hoodlums hold sway. After the shootout truncated and the hoodlums made away, members of the Odua People's Congress (OPC) were seen with matches patrolling the village to ensure that the repelled hoodlums did not return. The hoodlums had also attempted to break into the Ikeja City Mall on Thursday to loot properties, but the police repelled them and are keeping vigil at the mall. One of the daughters of President Muhammadu Buhari, Mrs. Zara Buhari Indimi, has said that the discovery of food items and other COVID-19 palliatives in several warehouses across different states of the country has revealed that her father is not the problem of Nigeria. Mrs. Zara, on her Instagram page said, "Now that people confirm that Buhari distributed enough palliatives nationwide, it is clear that Buhari is not the country's problem." Thousands of Nigerians in different states, particularly Lagos, Cross River, Kaduna, Kwara, Plateau, Oshun, Ekiti, Taraba, Adamawa, FCT, among others, plundered where tons of COVID-19 palliatives donated by the private sector-led coalition against COVID-19 were stored. Some of the items for the palliatives that included bags of rice, maize, cartons of noodles, bags of gari and salt, vegetable oil were also found in private homes of some notable politicians. This is to inform all the candidates that participated in the 2020 West African Examinations Council WAEC, May-June West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination that they can now check their results online. According to the statistics released by WAEC, 64% obtained minimum of credits in 5 subjects and above, including English language and mathematics. The council wished all the candidates best of luck. The Taraba state government has extended the curfew imposed on Jalingo, the state capital, to now run 24 hours until further notice. The state deputy governor, Engineer Haruna Manu, said, "Government has carefully reviewed development in the last 24 hours and decided to extend the curfew to safeguard lives and properties." Similarly, 24-hour curfew has been imposed on Wukari due to similar breakdown of law and order. All law-abiding citizens are advised to stay at home and allow security agencies who are under strict instructions to enforce the curfew and equally protect innocent citizens. However, government is not unaware of people on essential duties who are similarly requested to carry with them official identification cards to show security operatives on demand to avoid embarrassment. On business, over to Musa Joy.
Welcome to Business Desk. I am Musa Joy Onyoza. According to the National Bureau of Statistics 2019 data, out of the 20 top states with the highest poverty rate in Nigeria, 18 are in northern Nigeria. Sokoto State topped the list of poorest states in Nigeria with approximate poverty rate of 87.73%. Sokoto State is closely followed by Taraba and Jigawa State with a poverty rate of 87.72% and 87.02% respectively. On the other hand, 10 states that top the list of the lowest poverty rate in Nigeria all came from southern Nigeria. The data indicates that Lagos State has 4% poverty rate. Delta State, on the other hand, reported 6%, Osun State 8% and Edo with 12% rate. And that's all on Standard Voice Business Update. I am Musa Joy Onyoza.
And on the international scene, an international advocacy group of Nigerians in the diaspora, Better Nigeria USA, has given a note of advice to the protesting Nigerian youths to allow for a broad-based dialogue between them and the President Muhammad Buhari-led federal government. The group, in a communique signed by their spokesperson, Dr. Fatima Lawson from Minnesota, stressed that Nigerian youths have made their voices heard not only in Nigeria but around the world about the series of denials of human rights going on in Nigeria. Mrs. Lawson noted that Nigeria is at the crossroads, and if it is agreed that the future belongs to the youth, then leaders of government in Nigeria must listen to the demands and take heed. A member of the group from China, Barrister Justina Ajala, in her contribution said some of the Nigerians abroad would have loved to join the protest, but for the distance. She advised the youth to stay focused and be consistent until their demands are met. She said the police reform is just one of the many demands from the government, but at least the youth are no longer in deep slumber about their rights as Nigerians. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Bandits kidnapped village head, 53 others in Zamfara State. Community in Kano with zero social amenities cries out. President Buhari's daughter, Zara, says her dad is not Nigeria's problem. On business, National Bureau of Statistics rates northern part of the country as the poorest region, and on the international scene, United States of America advocates dialogue between Nigerian youth and the federal government. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs Department, Ibrahim Garbatuna, I am Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant day. Keep watching Standard Voice Television News. Goodbye.